Good afternoon, Facebook family and friends. I am Michelle Deborah Sinclair, and I am the author and founder of Deborah's Muse. We are here again at the 22 minutes after the hour, like we said we would be, to do our Women in Business May edition. We are featuring Denise Joyce, who holds an online business, and we will be doing a question and answer segment with her. Before I bring her on, I just want to tell you a little bit about myself. I am a mom, I'm a wife, I'm a mother, I'm a business professional in the sense that I am employed, and I love the fact that I can even explore such a platform to explore how women can get their start and even pursue their dreams. I also want to mention that you can read more about this feature on Deborah's Muse at www.deborahsmuse.com. This is my second Women in Business feature. I featured two Guyanese women who have gotten their start on the platform, who are on their road to becoming entrepreneurs and masters of their own. And so without further ado, I just want to remind you that you can subscribe and check out my blog at www.deborahsmuse.com. And before I continue rattling on, let's welcome Denise Joyce. And there she is. Welcome, 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 Denise, to Deborah's Muse,
Thank
May's
you.
feature edition of Women in Business. We are so glad that you've given us the opportunity to do this and to really highlight some of the things that women would have to navigate in getting and accomplishing their dreams. So let us begin this Q&A. Remember, folks, to share the live. We thank you for joining us this evening, and let's get right in. So, Denise, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Sure. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you all for being here on this live. And Michelle, thank you so much for having me and the business that I represent on your channel, Deborah Muse. Um, as Michelle would have said earlier, my name is Denise Joyce. I work at Massey. I'm a wife. Um, so basically, I'm the CEO or the co-founder of Joyce's Online Shopping.
Okay, so describe for us what type of business do you have?
What type of business do I have? We currently have an online shopping business. Online in the sense that we can purchase for you or we can get for you anything available that is out of Guyana, and you need to get it in here in Guyana, whether it be a feather or a car, we can be able to get that for you. And we can get it available at your front door. Courier service in the fact that we provide you with a mailing address where you can ship your items to our mailing address, and we inform you when that item is here. All right. The name of our business is Joyce's Online Shopping.
Okay, that's awesome. So I can ship a feather to Guyana?
Yes.
Well, okay, that is awesome, and I am very proud of your achievement. So, in getting started in the online arena, describe for us a little bit about your childhood, how this all began, what influenced your path to business.
Sure. So growing up, I grew up with my mom and my grandmother, and I also spent some time with my godmother. So growing up with my grandmother and my mom, my grandmother had a farm with poultry, vegetables, fruits, ground provision. And I didn't have any choice but to sell these items in the village. At first, I must confess, I was very, very shy and a bit embarrassed because, all my other friends are playing, and then I have to go and sell these items and with your friends as well. But then came a point in my life where it was comfortable. I loved what I was doing, speaking to customers, satisfying them, providing the exact item. Sometimes I didn't have the item on me that they need. I run back home to my mom and my grandmother just to get it to carry it back for them. So my childhood played a very integral role in the type of person that I am today. I remember my mom as well. She opened a shop and she opened a business in the arcade. And of course, I was in charge of that business, both at the shop and the arcade. And on weekends and holidays, there's a place that I've been after school to assist my mom, assist my grandmother. Today, I have a diploma in marketing and a degree in business, which also plays a very intricate role in me pushing forward in this online business. What I would tell you is that my advice to you listeners will be to follow your goals, but be sure to get the fundamental. In that case, where I got mine by selling at an early age and looking after for my grandmother and my mom. At this time, before we go further, I just want to thank all of my supporters, all of my customers. Without them, Joyce's online shopping could not have been a success. Thank you.
So you kind of touched on a very important point in terms of being a child and pride. So in accomplishing your dreams or pursuing a goal, it seems to me that pride needs to be something that we put as far away from us in order to accomplish success in whatever pathway life takes you.
You're absolutely correct. We know what they say, pride goes before a fall. So you need to, suppose I was rebellion, and back in that day, you could not have been rebellion because, you grew up with your grandma. Um, but pride is something that needs to be put aside in order for you to accomplish your dreams. You have to put pride aside because pride will not get you to the place that you would like to go or get your dreams accomplished where you'd like to go.
That's awesome. And I do remember a scripture verse that says, God resists the proud. And so
Yes.
as we go more in depth into this interview question and answer segment, what prompted the online business though? Why online? Why not just take two nails, knock up a shop and just, you know, hit the job front like that?
All right. It's a long story, but I'll keep it short behind the online arena.
Okay.
So, this business was actually started by my husband. He is the founder of the online business. He wanted items, to wear for social events. And, going into the shops and the storefronts in Georgetown, you could not find those items. You did find the items, yes, but it wasn't your style or wasn't your preference or wasn't what you prefer. So he decided that, listen, let me just try this online arena and see if I can get exactly what I want. So
Mm-hmm.
he decided to try the online arena and, pick out the size you want, your preference, your style, your color, your taste, what you know is going to fit you. One of the things you also had to know is your size. So he did that, find exactly what he wanted. He brought it in here into Guyana, went into the courier shop. This is a place where we go, you pick up your items, and it took like less than 50 minutes to get your items. And
Wow.
then when you pick up your item, you get exactly what you wanted, your color, your size, your brand. You get exactly what you wanted. You didn't get what you were forced to get at the nearby stores. So that is the reason why the online platform, we ventured into that online platform. And today, because we realize that other persons may need the same exact thing, and the places in Georgetown in Guyana don't have what you need, don't have what you desire, don't suit your taste, suit who you are.
Mm-hmm.
And hence why we decided that we're going to provide our customers, provide the Guyanese public with whatever you need online or your specific style, we have that for you. We are that covered.
That is awesome. That's amazing. It's amazing to even think that something big, this big, can be birthed from just such a small thought. Like,
Yeah.
okay, I just want something to wear. I just want to be fashionable. I just want something to fit my taste and fit who I am and that's amazing that it can even lead to something like this, where you are able to make money from such a thought. And so that's an awesome approach. I just
Yeah.
wanted to also ask, at what point in the process did you discover that this was the path that I really wanted to go down? You wanted to be an entrepreneur.
Primary school, with my grandmother,
Okay.
selling in the neighborhood of Virgin Eugene, and
Mm-hmm.
sometimes in Georgetown. Also, I assisted. There's Auntie Lynette. She lives not too far here in Virgin Eugene. On Saturdays, I used to help her in Lenora Market, in Torika Market, selling of her items as well. Because I wanted to be able to help customers and to help persons, and it's at that primary and secondary level that I decided I want to be able to assist persons. I want to be able to
Mm-hmm.
bring satisfaction to customers or persons who need items. And it doesn't matter what is it that you're doing, whether you're selling greens or you assisting at Lenora or Parika Market. The fact that persons are comfortable and they're happy with their purchase, you make that you made it easy for them to come back at your business and shop. And many times you saw that people, your store is not working today. They said, you know what, I'm gonna come back tomorrow because they like the service that you provide. And I wanted to provide that not just for just Lenora, or not just to Parika, or not just the Virgin Eugene neighborhood, but for the West Side at large and Guyana public at large. And very soon, we will branch off to the Caribbean and so forth. Yeah.
And that's awesome that you're taking the environment or the community that nurtured you, and you're
Yes.
taking them back in arms to give back. And that is a fabulous and exciting thing to know that you're thinking along that path. Uh, did you have the resources though to get started? Sometimes the money is funny and things we never take off. We never take off. So describe that for me. Like, did you have the resources to get started?
Be very honest. No, we did not. I did not. We did not have that resource to start. But with the help of persons, friends, and family, they helped us because they realized what the dream was. And they realized that, you know what, this dream is going to go farther and far. And so they assisted us with the resources to push the business where it is today.
So thank you to all the family that have
Thank you.
poured in
Yes.
your resources and
Yes.
helped to make dreams come true. Thank you for that, Denisa. So as we continue, I just wanted to also ask, was there ever a moment that you felt that you were not supported? Sometimes we embark on things, or we may have that vision or that dream inside or a desire to do something, but we feel that the support, we are not surrounded with that conducive environment to nurture and to mold that which was placed inside of us to come forth. So tell me a little bit more about that. Did you ever feel that you were not supported in any way?
That's a very good question. And a very simple answer to it, too. No, never. I've never felt that we weren't supported. We always got the support. I always got the support of family, always got the support of friends. I got support of church members, strangers, people that we didn't even know. I remember even going, my mom, where she used to work at John Finance, GRA. So somebody purchased, I can't remember what it was a toothbrush set, and I took one, and my mom is like, bring the toothbrush set, let the other person see the toothbrush set. And mind you, I do not know these persons. So Again, it comes with pride. You can't put pride in your business. So I took the toothbrush set and I went upstairs and I show all of them, this is the toothbrush set, and they were very amazed. They asked how long it's going to take to come in, if you have different sizes and so forth. And they supported, and I did not know these persons. And trust me when I tell you, today, those persons that I would have met for the first time, they are loyal customers today. And
Wow.
mind you, if I did not go and tell, I could have been like, Mom, no, man, you take it and you show them. But no, you have to press to what is it that you desire. And I'm telling you, even customers that came to use the facility, they were even amazed by the item. I collect their numbers, they collect my number, and we were able to purchase more of those items for them. And if you want to know what that item is, you can check on our page and we will be able to show you what that is.
Awesome. 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 You touched on a point that, it's just really thinking back, reflecting, it's on childhood days,
Yes.
and to kind of put the cat out of the bag here. I've known Denisa as we went to primary school together. We've grown up
Mm-hmm.
together, and it's just amazing to see how she has burst forth and broken forth into this woman, an entrepreneur. It's amazing to see what you're doing. And as you spoke just now about, just a simple thing as the story of the toothbrush. And, my heart was just really warmed. Just looking at you and all that you're doing and how you're masterfully and gracefully pursuing those things that are dear to you.
Thank you.
And
Thank
I
you.
just want to say kudos to that.
Thank
So,
you.
as we continue in this segment, I just want to also ask, have you experienced any failures? Was there any point that you just wanted to stop, that you you thought like, okay, you talked about the market, right? The marketplace and the people who you never thought would become clientels and become a resource to furnish your business. How, in starting a business and think with the thoughts that, okay, well, I don't know if people are going to buy these products. I don't know, will it be successful? Sometimes we crush our dreams before we even start. We are our own self promoters and
Yeah.
contributors to who we become. And so if I tell myself no first and I expect someone else out there to give me a yes, well, I've already shut myself down. So, were
Yes.
there any points in the business arena that caused you to feel like you couldn't go on, you couldn't continue in this venture? Were there any failures?
Looking back on where I started, no, there's no, I wouldn't say it's a failure, but what I would say it's a setback. Setback in the sense, persons like the to come to a particular store or storefront where you want to get their items or they want to talk to you in person and that aspect. At this moment, I do not have a storefront. Joyce is online shopping. We do not have a storefront as yet. It is in the pipeline to get a storefront. So it's just the failure or the setback to have a storefront. So persons can be able to enjoy the warmth of browsing and getting the assistance there. And, instead of having to have that conversation on the phone or in an email. But no, there haven't been any failures starting this business.
That is awesome. Congratulations on that. Do you still hold a corporate profession?
Yes, I do. I am currently the coordinator at Massey Services Guyana Limited, that in charge of the MoneyGram and the SurePay across Guyana. So I am still very much in the corporate society. Yes, been working there for the past 10 years.
Okay, awesome. So, So the reason I asked that question is to kind
Mm-hmm.
of to look at it from all angles. So in my first feature, we talked about where this business is your sole source of income,
Mm-hmm.
right? As opposed to you have the online business and you also hold a corporate job.
Yeah.
And it speaks so strongly to Ecclesiastes, I believe it's 11, verse 11. It says, plant your seed or sow your seed in the morning, and in the evening, do not let your hands be idle. And
Yeah.
so it kind of, the picture I'm trying to paint is that, and correct me if I'm wrong, Denisa, it
Mm-hmm.
seems that you holding that corporate profession has also aided in how you were able to get this online business started, because when you sow your time into, you said, what is the name of the company again?
Massy services.
Massy Surfaces. You sow
Yeah.
that time into Massy Surfaces, and then in the evening you come and you let your hands not be idle, and you are hitting it, hitting the online job market. Do you think,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna throw a little curveball at you. Do you think that Joyce's online um, service could provide employment in the near future for maybe me? I might need a job if I relocate to Guyana, possibly. Do you think that is a pathway it's gonna potentially take?
Yeah. Actually, that is why ventured into the entrepreneurship is my biggest dream. Why? Because it be able to give back to our Guyanese, to the country of my birth, to give back to the Guyanese society. So always, and I know with God's help, it's going to come forth to have that storefront to offer the service in all 10 of the administrative regions. So
Mhm.
definitely where persons can be able to gain employment. So yes, Joyce is online shopping in in a couple of, let's say, months or so, with the plans that are in place, will offer employment to Guyanese public. So look out for ads of us asking, for a vacancy that we will have. So it will. That is the plan.
So explain to me this. Is corporate where you seek to stay, or you eventually plan to break out and become solely devoted to Joyce's online shopping and courier service?
Yeah. So corporate is not where I wanted to stay. Corporate is was used as a means to start the online business. You needed the finance, you needed the support. And so yes, uh the corporate was used to venture into that arena. And the arena is, at the end of it, is to be able to provide my sole self. So Joyce is online shopping,
That is
not to
amazing.
continue, not to continue in corporate now.
Got you. So how do you create balance amidst of the various shoes you have to fill? Because I know corporate is dog eat dog, okay? And then you have to, balance time, balance energy, balance resources between your corporate profession and your entrepreneurial profession. How do you create balance?
That is a very hard question. It's a very good question too. Creating balance. You see, the thing is that if you have a goal, and you set something that you want to achieve, what you will do is you will create that balance. You will find ways and avenue and how to make both work, because after a time, one of it, you want to break out into one of it. So there's the corporate Monday to Friday, 8 to 4:30, but then there's a lunch period. So there's my lunch period that I use for my online business. And just before I started work, wake up very early in the morning and look after the business as well. And then there is in the evening when you get home, persons would have sent you things that they would need, and you have to help them by making sure that you provide them with the right information that they need, and to give them all your attention. When you get at home, you do that for them. Then there's the weekends, so you have your entire Saturday, you have Sunday after you finish church to assist them. So if you want to be able to meet your goals, you have to put in the time, and you have to know, you have to strike that balance. So that is where I strike the balance. That is where I have the corporate and the online.
That's good advice. So, would you say that you procrastinate when it comes to business? For me, I procrastinate, I'm like, okay, I could do it tomorrow. Let me, get some sleep and all these things I kind of put into place. So do you procrastinate like this? The thing is, you have a business on the line. You have customers to satisfy. There are people depending on you for a service, a professional service that you're offering. Um, just seems to me that there's no rest. Like,
I feel like you're putting me on the spot here with that question. I feel like you're putting up my dirty laundries. But yes, I'm being honest, I do procrastinate sometimes. All right. But we all know what they say, procrastination is the killer time. And also not just the killer time, the killer of business as well. And that is something that you don't want to do. So when I do procrastinate, I do apologize to my customers and let them know what happened, what came up, how we can fix the issue. And they all of them, they understand. But my goal is never to procrastinate. But if I do have to do that, I apologize. But to answer your question, yes, I do procrastinate. Yes, yes.
okay. Well, I've already stated that I do. And it's not a good thing. Not, I'm sure,
No,
not in the business
no,
arena.
no, it's
Um,
not.
but looking at yourself, how would you describe the woman in business that is prone to be successful? We all have, and I'm going to expound on it a little bit. We all have a different version or a different definition of what success might be. To each of us, the perspective is different. But being a woman in business, I am not a woman in business. And so I'm not just asking for the other women out there, I am also asking for myself, because I believe that each of us was given something into our hands that we can monetize, right?
Yes.
We can monetize that gift and create resources. And the resources we create is not just for us, but for the generations that come after us. We are that example. So, what would you describe that woman? That's that woman that is prone to success, that woman that's on the verge of becoming successful.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let me give you a little bit insight about that. First of all, the thing is, it's in becoming successful as a woman, or even as a person in general. You first need to have a goal that you're working towards. So you need to set that goal down. What is it that I want to do? What is it that I want to achieve? What is it that I want to see? And you have to get the right mentality too. And you need to get persons to assist you, because sometimes you will feel like giving up. Something you feel like, I want to just throw in the towel. But then you have to remember, what is your goal? What is your end game? Your end game is to make sure that you achieve the goal that you would have set out yourself to be. Now, because of my other obligations, it is very tedious in order to set that balance between the corporate and the social, and this online business. But again, if you do have that goal and you work towards it and you pray, I should have said that first. Once you have the goal, God must be in the middle. God must be at the center of it. Because with God, all things are possible and He makes everything successful. So you place it before God. You have the goal of what is it that you want to do. And you have to make up your mind mentally that this is what I want to do, despite setback that may come, despite you may have failures, despite you might procrastinate, despite you may have a bad review. Because what I look at is bad review is an area, complaints, it's for you to better your service. And I know a lot of business think complaints is, oh my God, I did something wrong. But none of us here are perfect. And once a customer is complaining, that means they're telling you, listen, I love your service and you can do better with this. You grab that advice, and persons are going to give you advice along your journey, and you take it. Because guess what? Guess what? What they want to do is to make sure to see you succeed in whatever you're doing. So you just focus on your goal, focus on God, be mentally prepared, and trust me when I tell you, success is going to be knocking at your door.
That is phenomenal. That is a phenomenal response. You highlighted customer complaint, which I want to touch on.
Right.
Um, your critics are your biggest drivers of what you're going to become, how you're going to do it well.
Yeah.
Love your critics. Um,
Yes.
but like I said, I'm not a businesswoman. I am a corporate professional. And for major multi-million dollar companies out there, there is this thing called customer complaint, which, like you
Mm-hmm.
said, it is not negative. The people that
No.
complains about product or a service, it's not a negative hit towards your business. But what it
Correct.
does is causes you to look at that area under a
Yep.
microscope
Yep.
and make it better. So
Yep.
take all the criticism, all the
Oh,
complaints,
yeah.
and you make yourself phenomenal.
Of
That is all
course.
that it does,
Yeah.
you know. So thank you for highlighting that, Denisa.
I, I love feedback. Feedback is what you improve on. And without feedback, there's this, I can't remember if it's Steve Jobs that said it. If customers doesn't tell you what is wrong, they're gonna take their business elsewhere. So you tell me what is wrong. You tell me where I can improve, and I'm gonna take all of it so that
Mhm.
I could put the business at a different level.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. I am just jumping for joy inside. So, how describe for our viewers how different it is to have an online business versus a storefront?
It's quite different. I'll describe both differently. If you have a storefront, right, you get to choose or you get to go with what they have. So you don't have a choice. You have to pick whatever color shirt they have, whatever color pants they have, whatever color feather they have, right? You have to choose what they have. And I mean, you get it right away in less than 10, 15 minutes, you get your item. But are you satisfied with what you get? Not most of the times you're not, because that's not what you were looking for. So that is having a storefront. But with the online business, what you get is exactly what you want. You go online, you see the color you want, and there's different shades of color, 10, 15, 20 different colors you can be able to choose from instead of choosing two. You also get to choose the size, you get to choose the pattern, the design, that you have a design that it's not persons don't have. I remember it was, I think he's on here online, Calvin Roberts. He wanted a shirt for his birthday, and he wanted a shirt that nobody else didn't have. He wanted a Versace shirt that when you walk the street, nobody have this shirt like mine. So and persons want to have that. You want to distinguish yourself from persons. You want to be like, I am the only one that have this. I don't want to have what the storefront have. However, the storefront do provide you with right away service. The online provides you with exactly what you want. And in the future, the aim is to have an online front. So you get best of both worlds. You get an online front, And you also get to purchase your items on the internet at your design, your quality, your style. Yeah.
That's awesome. Yes. So there are no limits to the online platform versus
No.
the storefront. You have limitations.
Yes.
There's not much of a variety, but so that is clarified for us. I just wanted to bring clarity to the courier part of the business as it holds two platforms. You said it's online.
Yeah.
How does the courier service come into play again?
Sure. So the courier part of the service. So persons may already want to purchase their own items,
Mhm.
but it needs to get here in Guyana. And you don't know how you can get that item in Guyana. I see this pants, I see this shirt, whatever it is, but I want to bring it here. I want to wear it. I want to buy it for my family. I just want to do this. There's a sale and it's midnight and I can't get Joyce's online shopping to purchase this for me, but I can do it myself. I can purchase it myself. So there's where the courier service comes into play. We provide you with a mailbox. So you input that mailbox into your system and you purchase the items and you send it to that mailbox. When the items it's here, we alert you, your items is here. You come and you uplift your item, or we deliver it to your front door because that's one of the service in the courier service. You can get delivery to your front door that a lot of other online businesses are not offering.
Oh, that is awesome. And it sounds like a service that I will be using sometime soon because so basically when that mailbox is an address that you would be putting in for the item that your shipping address basically, correct?
Yeah, correct, exactly.
And so
You
we're paying you for the service of that shipping address because we don't I know I don't really I'm not too au fait with uh what you call it if you purchasing items in Guyana and then I know it can't come directly to my front door. So it's your courier service. So if I purchase an item, because I'm trying to understand it for
hmm
the Guyanese people that are there that want to utilize your service. So I see this item online, I purchase it, I put in your the shipping address offered to me by the courier service. And where will this I would I have to go pick up the item from a location or is it coming directly to my front door? Because I would love it to be right in front of my
so
door.
I know. So there's two parts to that. You do get your items directly to your front door. Um, there's Dada's Grill. Shout out to Dada's Grill right here at Tucson. Um, the items are being delivered directly at hand, directly to your front door, because that is the service that we provide. If you want, you can pick up your items from the pickup locations that we have, but we prefer to provide you with your items directly to your front door, nowhere else. So you purchase the items or we bring it to your front door. And you did ask a question. Yeah, there's a small fee that you pay just to get that item to your front door, and it's unbeatable. You cannot get this service at no other online platform with that small fee from Joyce. And to get it delivered to your front door too, no, it
That's
is
awesome.
unbeatable. It is unbeatable.
And I was gonna ask that, in terms of pricing, do we consult with Joyce's online shopping? We can have like this little pre-conversation, like, can I afford it? If I'm gonna use it, there's a saying that if you gotta ask the price, well, then you shouldn't be buying it. You cannot afford it if you're asking what the price is. And it's just in the business arena, that's just what comes with the protocol. So do we do like a prior consultation about cost, like, Denise, can I afford to even have this item shipped? You know?
Yeah, definitely. Um, we do have that conversation. We do have that conversation where we discuss what is the items, how much for the items, what is the cost to get the items to your front door, and then if that is affordable for you, but it will be affordable, not it is that if it is, it will be affordable for you, because there's client that will call up and they will say, Denise, please order this for me, and there's no how much for the item, how much it's going to cost, nothing of that sort. You just order this for me, and that's it. And that's to show the trust, and what should I say, the trust and the confidence that the customers have in the online arena. I remember one customer switched, she was using someone else, and a friend of ours, a mutual friend, invited her to, she told her, I'm using this particular online shopping, Joyce's online shopping, and so far she's been very reasonable. And her friend was like, introduce me to her, because I do use, when I do use someone. And so she messaged me. She said, I'd like for you to bring this item for me. Can you tell me what the price is? So I broke it down what the price was for everything. And her thing to me was, are you sure? And I'm like, I don't understand the question if I'm sure. I'm like, yes, I'm sure this is the amount to get the items. She was like, wow, wow, wow. The other person charged us twice as what you're telling me here. And also for Dacia, because I don't want to call her name, but there's Dacia. She was telling me she wanted some dresses from Amazon, 4 dresses. So I sent her the price. And the price that I sent her for the 4 dresses, the person that was shipping it for her was charging for one price. So when she
Wow.
was like, wow, when she was like, she said to me, this is for one item. I said, no, this is for all 4. I'm telling you, she asked me that question like 4 times. I had to call her and said, you didn't understand what I said. It's for all 4. And she's like, wow. Because you have to offer an affordable service to customers. Customers just want to get their items in here. Why exploit? So we offer a service that is so convenient, that is so, it's ease on your pocket, and it's delivery to your door front. Even my family, they get delivery to storefront. Even my aunt that is on the live right now, Auntie Javan, for she needed some items where for my uncle's birthday, and it was delivered to her door front. So that is the type of service that we offer. It doesn't matter if you're a customer or a family, you all get the same treatment.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So, your explanation of that was quite elaborate. Thank you for that. We do have some questions coming in. We're coming to the end of the live. One question that was asked, how often do you ship to Guyana? Let me give you an example. I use a courier service. I'm a Guyanese based abroad, so I am 100% Guyanese if you're asking. So just representing. So I use a courier service and they only ship ever so often. Like, I would have to pack all my purchases into a barrel and just wait for a particular time to have these items sent. And it takes like nearly 2 weeks. So can you tell us like how, like if I purchase an item, how long does it take for me to get that item? In the US, I know it's from 1 to 2 business days because that is the business. Expediting your service is the business, and people are gonna pay for that. Um, and sometimes it comes with no additional cost. Amazon has gone crazy with they're the central shoppers market right now. And so, how long does an item take for it to be shipped, and are you just shipping at a particular time frame, like you have like different time segments in which you ship? How often do you ship?
So that's a very, very good question. And that's a lot of questions that our customers do ask. So if I purchase this item today, when is it I'm going to be able to get my item? Because I'm in need. So you can be able to pay for additional service. That is from, so how it works, maybe I can give you a little bit background. So there is a warehouse in the United States. So all the items that are purchased from the providers are being sent to the warehouse in the United States, and then the warehouse sends it to Guyana, and then your items is here. So let's say, for example, you want to purchase from Old Navy. Old Navy sometimes take 2 weeks to just deliver that item to the warehouse in the United States. So it depends on where you're purchasing your items from. If you're purchasing from Shein, it takes 3 weeks for you to get it here in Guyana. If you're purchasing from Amazon, it takes about 8 days to get it in Guyana. It all depends on where you're purchasing your item from. And if you want to pay for next day service, you want it to be delivered next day, you can be able to pay, you could pay for that and get your items delivered. If you
Wow.
do want your items to get to Guyana, I must say, if you want to get your items, let's say you purchase your items Friday, you want to get it by Tuesday, you can't get your items by Tuesday because there are airlines that comes into Guyana often, so every other day. And obviously to get your items in every other day, there's a little bit cost to get your items in that the within a span of a week. But one advice that I advise to my customers is don't wait for the last minute rush. What you do not want to do is have to pay additional money for your items. You know, right?
Okay. Yeah, that's very helpful. That's one of the questions that was coming in from a viewer, so we just wanted to address that. We do have a few more minutes. If there are any questions or any clarity on anything that was said, that you would like Denisa to touch on, I am all out of questions. I have one last final question for her, but you can text your messages, um, chat your messages and your questions, sorry, and we can have that answered in the small amount of time we have. We just want to be good stewards of our time. Um, so there is a question: how long after items reach to the warehouse are they shipped to Guyana?
The items are shipped to Guyana every Saturday. Every Saturday, items are shipped to Guyana. So
Yes.
that's how often, yeah.
It'd be sending a barrel through a courier service, because I think it takes 2 weeks if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken. So
right. If correct.
that is awesome. That is phenomenal amount of time to get your items. So how can customers contact you? I want to state that Denise Joyce is based in Guyana. Her online
Yep.
service, of course, is online. It's an online service, so everything is virtual today. That's why we're even on this front. Otherwise, I probably would be speaking in a forum right in front of you. But how can customers contact you?
So customer can contact me on the number 601-0228. You can get me on WhatsApp, you get me on call, or 680-3972. You can check on our Facebook page, Joyce's Online Shopping, or our Instagram page at the same, Joyce's Online Shopping, or an email, Joyce's Online Shopping at yahoo.com. So those are the platforms that you can be able to get us on.
Thank you for that information. I am definitely one that will be utilizing this service. I'm so glad I have friends in high places. Um, but I definitely will be utilizing this service. Thank you so much, Denisa, for shedding light on getting your start, the vicissitudes, the fluctuations, the ups and downs of life that has brought you to this place, and even as you continue to strengthen your core there in Guyana. And I'm sure you said you want to touch all 10 regions. Was that what
Yeah,
you said? Of Guyana?
yes,
And so
yes.
as you continue in your endeavor, we, Deborah's Muse, and our Facebook family and friends want to wish you all the
Thank you.
successes. Um, Deborah's Muse also wants to welcome those that want to highlight. Um, or join, have a seat on this forum, on this platform, to really share your roots, where you come from as a woman, in business. There was something that was given into your hands, and you want to market that, and you want to
Yes.
give others the opportunity, because timidity, there might be sorry, my there might be pride, there might be so many factors that are countering into why you have not started that business, why you have not ventured into that arena that is calling you. It is weighing in on you, but you have not been able to start. And so
Yeah.
this Deborah's Muse is highlighting and featuring women that have the courage and the tenacity to go forward and to grab the things that they want in this life, not
Yeah.
for just now, but for those that will come behind them. So we are just
Yeah.
setting that platform, and also offering a service. So that is
Yes.
phenomenal. I can't wait to utilize your service and even give the reviews, be your biggest critic,
Good, good, good.
So
Yes.
if you
Thank
want
you.
to have a feature on Deborah's Muse, you can inbox me. I do have it's a nonprofit. It's a blog, and where I am the author. And so you can read more about Denise and her secrets to success. Um, she was humble enough to even state that she was not the visionary behind this business, that Glenroy Joyce, her husband, has been a sole source of support in her getting started on this vision. And as the wife, as being a helpmeet, and she continues to run with this vision. And I applaud all that you're doing and all that you're putting in as the submissive wife, because a lot of times in society today that gets misconstrued. And so we want to highlight that there is a place for women on the job front. There is a place for women in the job market. And we don't have to put a cover over our voice, but we can speak out respectfully and know
Yeah.
that it is going to get us
Yeah.
somewhere. It is going to accomplish the things that we put our hands to do. And so
Yeah.
as you continue to expand and become an employer, um, in the job front, we want to wish you all the best, all the successes. And thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
for even in obliging me with the opportunity of
Thank you.
interviewing you, on this front. Also, I want to remind you, you can subscribe to this edition, of Deborah's Muse, where it features Denisa in the online job arena. And you can subscribe at www.deborahsmuse.com. Also, I wanted to do a plug for Tooth Foods. Laura Batson was also featured here. I did state that these are two prominent Guyanese women that are pursuing their dreams and
Yeah.
having favorable outcomes. And so they are giving you tips on how to flourish and how to continue to make your
Mhm.
stride in the business arena. She will be hosting a roadshow where she'll be coming to a location where her products are
Very
sold.
good.
And
Very
so
good.
one lucky customer will win a Tooth Food hamper with all the products, all the cheese straw, all the chicken foot, all whatever Tooth Food provides, you'll be having that hamper. So she'll be coming to a market near you. So be sure to look out for that. And please, 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 guys, share this live. And if you would like to be featured, you're a woman and you're in business, or you want to get started, I would like to know your story, because this has truly touched me to know that these are women that I've grown up with. And I just want to be that voice that catapults what they're doing, their struggles. Life is a struggle, life has its challenges, but there's beauty to be had when you really
Yes.
put your mind to and focus on what it is you want to accomplish. And with God
Yeah.
at the center,
God
all
needs to
things
be there.
are possible. Any last words you
Yeah.
want to share with our viewers before we take our leave?
Sure. Thank you to all my customers, to all my families, to all everyone that support Joyce's online shopping, that support me in this venture. I am so thankful to you, and without you, this business could not have been possible. And more importantly, thank you, God, because without God, it would not have been the place where it is. Thank you to you, Michelle, for hosting me at Deborah Muse and putting Joyce's online shopping there for persons to know about Joyce's online shopping. So thank you, everyone, for the support, for the love, and for sharing and participating in the business. Without you, it would not have been possible. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you guys for viewing. I also want to say special thanks to Glenroy Joyce for loaning me your wife and having her stand on this platform and tell the world that this is a service that is second to none. Remember to check out Joyce online shopping and courier service. It's a mouthful. So I will be utilizing that service and I hope that you do too. Thank you guys so much for all of your support, all your love. Thank you for
Yes.
sharing the live. And you can read much more about this blog on May 23rd. It will be available. But there are other new issues coming to for you with your good reads. So thank you guys, and I hope you guys have a good evening. Thank you, Denisa.
Thank you as well.
Bye bye.
Bye bye, guys.